Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced changes to the National Executive. Mamoloko Kubai, currently the Minister of Human Settlements, is appointed the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development. Thembi Simelane, currently the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development, moves to Human Settlements. Phumzile Mgcina is appointed the Deputy Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources. Mgcina has been serving in the National Executive as the Deputy Minister of Labour and Employment. Judith Nemadzinga Shabalala is appointed the Deputy Minister of Employment and Labour. Nemadzinga Shabalala has been serving in the National Executive as the Deputy Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources. Now, the Democratic Alliance says the President's decision to remove Thembi Simelane as Minister of Justice and redeploy her to Human Settlements is short-sighted and disrespectful to South Africa. Advocate Glynnis Breytenbach is the DA spokesperson for Justice and Constitutional Development. She's on the line, joining us to bring some reaction. A very good evening to you, Advocate Breytenbach. Talk to us about your immediate reaction here, having learnt of the reshuffle.
Good evening. Yeah, well, you know, this has taken the President 5 months to make this decision to move Thembi Simelane sideways to Human Settlements and bring Mamoloko Kubai to justice. The fact of the matter is that Thembi Simelane is deeply conflicted and deeply compromised. And to take 5 months to decide to remove her as the Minister of Justice already is shockingly inappropriate. But to keep her in the cabinet while she's, facing these conflicts and is so compromised is nothing but an insult to South Africans. There's 64 million people in this country. That's really the best he's got for his cabinet.
What would you have expected?
She should have been removed from the cabinet.
Mm-hmm. So with that, some are of the views, having spoken to a political analyst this evening, that perhaps the strategy here was around the focus on the rule of law with the mining situation in South Africa, and so much vested in the rule of law that perhaps the story was going to be about Simelane as opposed to focusing on the rule of law. Do you think that in terms of that approach that perhaps it would make sense or perhaps not?
Makes no sense. The President, of course, has the discretion to appoint to his cabinet whomsoever he wishes. And they serve at his pleasure, he can remove them as he wishes. That is how it works. But it has to be a rational decision. It's not just something that you decide one morning over breakfast. It has to pass the rationality test. And a person who is as compromised and as conflicted as Thembi Simelane is, such an appointment can never be rational. So, it fails the rationality test, and really he should do better. She should be removed from the cabinet until this whole saga is over, and he should find somebody else. There are plenty of people to choose from.
Do you think Mamoloko Kubai was a good replacement, having moved from Human Settlements to now Justice and Constitutional Development?
I don't know Ms. Kubai terribly well. We did work together in the ad hoc committee on the Nkandla issue. That was quite a while ago. She's had a lot of experience since then. I'm not sure what her qualifications are. It's always better to have somebody who's a lawyer, and I don't think that she is one. But, time will tell. Let's give her for the moment the benefit of the doubt, and let's see how it goes.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us this evening. Unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there. The line not sounding so good. Advocate Glynnis Breytenbach of the DA, of course, bringing the reaction to remove Thembi Simelane as Minister of Justice and redeploying her to Human Settlements.